Rated M for mature.
Over the years, Sniper Elite games have given us quite the tour of duty. From bombed out Berlin to North African secret bases and breathtaking Italian mountain views, here are 7 unforgettable locations from past and present titles. Making an arresting statement of intent for the campaign to come, Sniper Elite V2's opener is at once sprawling and tight. The Schonenburg Convoy mission mixes cramped street sightlines with the sprawl of a level town square, but also plays a similar switch on your roll. Sometimes the hapless soldier having to make it across exposed areas where any number of enemy snipers could have their scopes trained on you, and sometimes allowing you to bunker down and pick them off from an elevated vantage point. Aside from the obvious satisfaction of achieving that main objective by destroying the convoy as you see fit, it's that frequent switching of roles in such a cinematic setting that proves so memorable about this mission. Sniper Elite 3 was where mission areas really stretched out and formed the blueprint for the massive sandboxes that we're now used to in number 4. And the Pont de Fahs Airfield is a great example of how the game used that extra space to test and surprise you. Even getting inside the doors of the secret tank facility is a lengthy undertaking to be achieved an inch at a time, otherwise you end up alerting half of North Africa and watching Carl get turned into a fleshy sieve. But it's when you cross the threshold of the facility and realise that the level's only getting started, that's when it really hits you how vast and detailed this area is. Suddenly you've got no room to spot enemies from afar with the binos, so you're relying on your ears and your reflexes to get through the tunnels without being spotted. It's a change of gear that forces you into a different kind of Carl, someone more reactive and, if it all goes wrong, someone a bit more like Tony Montana.
This is going to get loud.
Next we're going back to where it all began. Assassinate Bormann, a 3-part mission beginning the original Sniper Elite campaign. It takes its visual cues not just from cinema, in which Saving Private Ryan's bombed out tenements forged a vision of World War II to a generation that never experienced it, but also from the real Berlin, where the development team visited and photographed extensively. While they were there, they found the scars of that conflict all over the city, including bullet holes still evident in the walls of buildings, and what they saw informed the look of this level. It sets the tone for a hard-fought journey through Berlin in the last gasp of the Second World War, proving itself distinct from many other titles to use similar settings at the time through the detail not just of its combat, but the sense of place too. Jumping many years down the Sniper Elite release timeline from 2005 to 2017, the Allagra Fortress represents a tense and tough multi-path journey into one of the most heavily guarded bases in the whole franchise. Whether you choose to sneak by the pillboxes and patrols or go in like Rambo with an undercut, what awaits you within the fortress is a maze of corridors, vast assembly halls, yards crawling with guards, and sure, armoured vehicles absolutely leathering you with projectiles too, given half the chance. There's no more fitting way to round off Sniper Elite 4's campaign, an ultimate test of stealth, precision, planning, patience, and probably other things beginning with P2.
From a little spark may burst a flame.
We're back to the dusty climbs of Sniper Elite 3's North American campaign next, and the Halfaya Pass. This massive level is a distant sniper's dream, serving up plenty of headshot ops, but more than that, the spread out nature of the base gives you a real sense of dismantling the whole operation piece by piece, so that what was an imposing cluster of comms equipment and personnel when you arrived becomes a panicked huddle of stranded soldiers by the time you finally open fire on them. It's also a fine showcase for the setting, giving plenty of scenic vistas framed by trees, shrubs, dusty paths and rock formations that sell the distinctive location. There's a bunch of Sniper Elite 4 DNA in this one, and the development team would only expand on and refine the ideas present in Halfaya Pass. Let's not belittle Carl's war effort thus far, but frankly, compared to this mission objective, it's all just kid stuff, isn't it? You know, blowing up Nazi facilities, shooting faces off, tearing tanks apart in a searing blaze, like kids do. But killing Hitler, I mean, that is the career highlight of any freedom-loving gun haver. Sniper Elite V2's Annihilate the Fuhrer DLC is memorable for that exact reason. Finally, Adolf J. Hitler, our fact checkers are shaking their heads at me on the J there, is subject to the same grim and grisly kill-cam demise of his underlings. Finally, the war can be solved with a swift bullet to the knackers. Finally, we can deduce whether it is in fact multiple or but a single knacker. The fact that this all takes place in an oddly picturesque Teutonic village, which gives you an amazing vantage point, only adds to the deliciousness. And from killing Hitler to killing Hitler. Next we have a secret submarine factory nestled within the azure shores of Sniper Elite 4's DLC. The Target Fuhrer mission sees Karl take a different approach to Sandbox, looking to his environment rather than his voluminous arsenal for murderous solutions. With mustachioed despot Adolf H rumoured to be inspecting the facility, Karl's mission has a bit more riding on it than most. But where the wee racist goes, a small army of bodyguards is sure to follow, so it's not going to be easy to put a high caliber full stop to World War II here. What makes this encounter with Adolf so memorable is the growing number of really sneaky and spectacular ways to off him that reveal themselves as you get deeper into the factory. We've all indulged in that thought experiment about going back in time and killing Hitler, but not in our most cheese-fueled imaginings did death by broth ever come up. And for that, you can take a bow, Target Fuhrer. So there we are then, 7 locations burned into our minds like a Windows 95 background on a CRT monitor. But what are your favourite levels and locations from the series so far? Tell us all about it in the comments, leave us a like if you feel moved to do so, and remember to subscribe to the channel for more like this. We'll catch you in the next one.